If you guys have been following me for the last year or so, you know that I love putting music in my videos. I feel like it sets me apart from everybody else. And I get all of my music for the last year from Soundstripe. You probably hear me say this phrase: if you like today's music, use the link down below in the pinned comment description of this video. That's for Soundstripe. That's where I get my music. And you can still use that link today. And you can use code Deadwood Jedi. That's still good, and save yourself 15% off the price. And I believe plans start as low as $19. Now, if you're a YouTuber, streamer, whatever, you do creative stuff and you need royalty-free music, this is a vast royalty-free music library that Soundstripe has. They also have, like, stock footage, visual effects, sound effects, all sorts of crazy stuff in there. That's really great to use, and it's a really big library. You get a wide range of music. This is what I play every day on Twitch. This is what I play in all my videos. And honestly, it's what I play at home for fun. I like the music a lot. There's over 100,000 other creatives that are using Soundstripe, so be like them. Sign up today. Get a free account. Use a link down below. Welcome, I'm the Deadwood Jedi. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video, and today I have a very special one for you guys. As you'll notice, I am the Count of Pavo. He's my resident, I guess you call him my resident whale in my clan. He's an amazing person though. Really good theory crafter and team builder. And he has an account that allows him to test a lot of the more extravagant builds that we come up with in my Discord. And this is a build that was created, I think, by Facemelter, one of my moderators in my Discord, and then Pavo, of course, made it actually happen. I'm sure there was some help coming from, the usual suspects, OptiLink, Bobo, and the rest of the group. I have in my Discord just some amazing moderators. And if you guys do have any issues with your clan boss teams, it is a really great place to get some advice and help. But the whole point of this is that we are going to try to re-break the world record for a Unkillable clan boss team. I believe it's currently set at 216.63 million. We are going to try to take that to the next level and completely bust that open. This is a almost completely full 3-1 speed ratio team. We are going to be, this is, if this works, this is going to be an insane squad. So I'm really excited about this. I think this should be pretty bonkers, frankly. I know the last record that I showed was like 180 million. This is 216 is where the current record is at. And we're going to try and break it with this composition here. So we have a lot of speed coming in. We're going to be using Ninja as our DPS. He's so ridiculous, especially when he's fully kitted out, which is going to be the case here. And we're going to try and break that record, like I said, try and get to that 217 plus million mark. So we're going to see how this goes here. That's pretty much it. I do want to let you guys know, if you haven't, please subscribe. It does a lot for the channel and helps me continue to put out this content for you. Hitting that notification bell will let you know when the next video is coming out. I think what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to show the run first, and you guys can see the crazy damage, and then we'll come back at the end, and I'll show you the individual builds, and just be amazed at what we do. All right, so this is the team that we're going to be using here. You can see Cardiel is going to be in our lead. We have Demytha, Seeker, Lydia, and Ninja. Now, as far as like the stats and stuff, they're pretty ridiculous. This is not a team that anybody's going to build, but we're going for the record, so that's part of the reason why. So we got Cardiel here at 296 speed. You can see he's got 76% crit rate. Remember, he does put that crit rate buff on himself and the rest of his allies. 243 crit damage. I say pretty darn good with 46,000 attack. That's a pretty nice little build there. At 300 speed, that's pretty nice. Ninja's at 244 with 6,300 attack, 300 crit damage. God, these are insane builds. Like, absolutely insane. I could never come to this, but that's really good. We are prioritizing that Hailburn skill. I think that is important and works really nicely for him. Seeker, we're going to go ahead. He's got 227 speed, 4,300 attack, 279 crit damage. Demytha, 325 speed. Like I said, this is not for everybody. This is with the Cardiel speed aura, by the way. Let's see, Demytha has almost 3,000 attack as well, 180 crit damage. And then Lydia, very last, 233 crit damage, 294 speed, 3,300 attack. This is pretty much as maxed out a team as you can get to here, which is pretty ridiculous. So let's go ahead, and we're going to go ahead and run this. Okay, guys, here we are. It took me about a minute to get this set up, but basically this is a very simple run to get set up and into. We're going to auto the first 5 attacks, then use Demytha's A1. At the top of the second turn, we're going to use Cardiel's A3 and Lydia's A3, and then it's full auto from there on out. So pretty simple and easy setup. It is full auto for all 50 turns, and it does some ridiculous amounts of damage. I'm actually really excited to see the results. So here, I had to take it off auto. We're going to come Demytha's second attack. She's going to use her A1 right there. And then at the top of this turn here, we're going to go ahead and use Cardiel's A3 as well as Lydia's A3. So here's Cardiel's A3. Boom. This is the ally attack ability. And then we're going to use Lydia's A3 right there. And then we click auto. And that's it. That's it. Simple, easy, done. Now, why does this work so well? Well, obviously we have Cardiel in there. He's going to be able to put a block debuffs, making sure that we don't take any affinity debuffs. We don't take the stun debuff. So it keeps us affinity friendly. So we don't need any kind of cleanser in this comp. Obviously, Demytha is putting up the block damage at the very end of the turn, and that's what's going to make us so that we don't lose any health for 50. And then we have Lydia in there bringing us the weaken debuff, and Lydia also can do good damage. And on top of that, she brings that increased speed buff, which is essential to being able to go at these crazy ratios, right? We're getting 3 attacks from every single champion in this team except for Seeker. And so because of that, we have to go really fast, and we need that speed buff in order to maintain that kind of speed. We need Seeker's turn meter boost as well. Seeker brings that increased attack, which helps us do more damage. And then Ninja is just doing stupid damage. In fact, so much crazy damage, I didn't even realize Ninja could be this strong of an offensive champion. So definitely pay attention as this run goes along at the kind of damage that Ninja does. Now, it is really important to have that weaken debuff from Lydia. It's incredibly strong. We really need that. It really ups the damage of all the abilities that we use, both the decreased defense and the weaken. They work really well in tandem together. You can see we are landing that HP burn. We have the poisons. One of these champions must be in the toxic set here. And we have even the poison sensitivity from Lydia going on there as well. So there's just everything that you could want in a team we're kind of bringing with this approach right here. And we're getting crazy damage. On top of that, Cardiel is phenomenal for this type of thing. Not only does he bring an ally attack skill, which is just really good. Everybody gets an extra attack on top of things. But Cardiel also has that ability to attack when one of his allies attacks, just kind of as a passive ability. So he's getting extra attacks all over the place. So building him with good crit rate, crit damage, and good attack is really valuable for maximizing the damage potential of this team. Now, we are going against Spirit Affinity. That is the best affinity for us because both Seeker and Ninja then are strong affinity against this boss. We do have the crit rate and the crit damage buffs from Cardiel. They aren't up 100% of the time on all of our champions, but I believe it is up enough for when people are actually dealing damage because we do have that buff extension from Demytha here. So it's going to be, I think, enough to ensure that we are getting the most out of our attacks for a majority of the fight. But that does lend itself to a little bit of the RNG, right? When you're going at these crazy speeds, you can't build everything, right? So some of the champions you already noticed are a little light in crit rate. Without the buff from Cardiel, they're not going to be doing the max damage all the time. So there is a little bit of RNG in there. But you can see, it's turn count 6. We're already at 20 million damage, which is absolutely insane that we're doing that much damage this quickly. Now, we're aiming to do about 220 million damage total for this run. That means we need to average somewhere around 44 million per 10 turns, right? Basically like 4.5 million a turn, I think is kind of what we're aiming for here. So obviously we start off slow, right? We're not going to get them the first couple cycles, but as we go through, we should pick up that pace and actually probably get to close to 5 million a turn by the end of this run. And so you can see we're already at 250,000, turn count 7. We're going to be 2 king before turn 10. I mean, ridiculous type of team. Now this is obviously a long run. And we are trying for a world record here. So I do want to show the run in full. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to speed it up. I'm going to show us basically up until that one key spot. I'm probably going to jump the speeds up a little bit. And so it might be a little bit hard to read, but just pay attention to that number as it goes. You're going to see big jumps when we get those ally attacks. You're going to see big jumps when you see Ninja putting up 400,000 per hit and things like that. Not to mention his A2 ability where he stops those HP burns on multi-hits. That's like 1 million damage just by that one skill on its own. There you go. You can see that 200k per hit on top of the 75 from the HP burn, on top of whatever War Master procs happen. So really, really strong ability here. Yeah, so this is pretty insane. Yeah, we're almost at 2 key right now, and it's not even quite turn 10, which is just wild. Anyway, guys, I'll take myself off screen. We're going to play some music. I know this is going to be a little bit long. If you want to skip ahead, there are I do have everything chaptered down below, so you can just jump to the next part if you want to. But yeah, enjoy. You can see, guys, right here, it is turn count 17, and we're just about to yeah, we're already one keyed. We're already one keyed. It's only turn count 17. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, turn count 23, and we are almost at 100 million damage, which is absolutely preposterous. Oh, wait, are we almost at 100 million? We are, yeah, there it is. Didn't take long to go over that threshold, turn count 24. We're not even halfway through, and we're already over 100 million damage. This team is so wild. Okay, guys, here we are. We're at 212 million. This is the last turn. We're trying to break that record. It's gonna be a little tight, so we're gonna see if we can't do this. I'm gonna end up manualing here right at the end, see if we can't get just a little bit more damage to make it into that record there. We got that last ally attack, that's huge. We're almost there, we're so close. Oh man, this is so close, guys. So very close. You love those attacks coming from Cardiel. That big, almost 500k damage, which is insane. So I'm not gonna use this skill for the block bust. I don't care, it's last turn. Let's get all the last attacks we can out of this thing, right? Let's put every little bit we got. I don't need to block the damage, it's the last turn, we're gonna die anyway. A1, make it happen. 217 million, it's a new world record. New world record, guys. Broke it. 217 million. New world record for an unkillable team. That's pretty crazy, crazy, crazy numbers. Oh boy, is that insane. And you can look and see the numbers we're doing there. 108 million from Ninja, almost 109 million by Ninja alone. That's wild, wild numbers there. 34 million from Cardiel, 31 from Lydia. You can see the kind of damage they can do. Seeker only 29 million. I have 28 and a half. That's a disappointing number from Seeker. I kid, of course. That's pretty insane. It's crazy. I mean, even Demytha's doing 13.5 million there. This is just an unbelievably wild team. So I'm glad I was able to show that for you guys. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the champions real quick so we can look at the gear and how they're built. Wow, exciting. So this is Ninja. You can see we've got the perception, a crit damage set, and kind of a mix set here. You can see the total stats, 244 speed, 6,300 attack is insane. He is empowered, so we get an extra 300 attack off that. We get an extra 10 speed as well, which is helping us a lot. What I find crazy is that 304 crit damage, 87% crit rate. Now we are going against Spirit. That does give us a little bit extra chance to crit. So this is actually 100%, I believe, on this run, even without the crit rate bonus from Cardiel, which is really helpful. 207 accuracy, we're not really relying on him to land that decreased defense. We're really relying on Lydia to do that for us. Although he does occasionally from time to time. Just insane, insane champion masteries. You can see he's going down the support tree and going down the offensive tree. We don't take any damage, we don't get any stuns, so the defensive tree doesn't do anything for us here. I like to actually kind of look at some of the gear that we have. You can see it above my head there. Not even like an insane piece. That's pretty insane. That's pretty great. That's pretty insane. You can see so much crit damage on some of these pieces. Just absolutely wild, wild pieces here. We do have a counterattack piece here. This Revenge Amulet's pretty nice. So getting even more of that on this build would be helpful, I'm sure. But yeah, pretty ridiculous. We've got Cardiel here. We don't need to look at that. Cardiel, again, 296 speed, 76% crit rate. So with the crit rate buff, it's going up to 100%. 243 crit damage, 4,000 attack is a lot, I think, for this guy. Pretty mixed sets, kind of making these numbers. And this just goes to show, world record run, it's not about the sets, it's about the stats. So you don't really have to worry too much about the sets. As far as the buffs go, we do have them going to lasting gifts to hopefully let those buffs last a little bit longer, and down to War Master on the offensive tree. Lydia, similar stuff, support tree and offensive tree to help let the debuffs last longer. Lydia is the one in a toxic set, so we're getting some extra poison debuffs with her skills, which is really great. She is 294 speed, 3,300 attack, great crit damage, crit rate, and the accuracy is sufficient for Ultra Nightmare, especially because she's going 3 times every turn. She's going through all of her skills every single turn, which means she's going to have a chance to land those debuffs every single turn. There's no real fear of them dropping off at any point and not being, you know, re-upped along the way. We also have Demytha, obviously. Insane. Like, these are insane speeds, right? 325. This is like top end arena speeds for me. But it's pretty crazy that to have to put her at that. But this enables everybody to go at that 3-1 ratio. Still good attack, still good crit damage, crit rate. Pretty impressive there. As far as masteries go, she's down the defensive tree and the support tree. There's really no For someone like Demytha, there's no real need to go down either the defense or support tree. It's not going to make a difference for this squad. And let's see, who else do we have? We also have Seeker as the last one, right? Seeker, you can see going down the support tree. And there is a try and extend that increased defense buff. This is when if we use Turvold, that would be helpful. As far as the stats go, 227 speed, really good attack, 4,300. He has a very low base, so getting 4,300 attacks is really good. 279 crit damage is pretty insane. And again, same thing as with Ninja. We get an extra 15% crit rate because we're going against we're strong affinity against green, so that bumps it up to 100%. Yeah, again, lots of mixed sets, right? It's about getting the stats, not about the sets themselves. So, yeah, that's an insane squad. Insane numbers to get there. Really, really impressive. All I can say is, yeah, massive thanks to Facemelter for kind of coming up with this. Big shout outs to, and anybody else who was involved. I usually with these things, it's not just one person, it's usually a couple, but I know Facemelter usually spearheads this thing. He likes building these type of teams. And major thanks to Pavo, obviously, for actually constructing it. So it's not just theory, but we see it in practice. And congratulations on a new world record run. That's pretty insane. So really cool. Again, guys, if you like today's music, we do have that Soundstripe link down below in the pinned comment and description of this video. So make sure to check that out. And yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when the next one of these videos comes out. And until next we meet, I'm the Deadwood Jedi.